Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel for this week's safety recap. Before we get started, make sure that you give me a thumbs up down below here to encourage me to make more videos of this type. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you'll find additional videos of this nature, toolbox safety topic videos, and leadership training videos. Well, let's go ahead and get started with the video. First, I'd like to say that I'm pleased. My personal observations and other reports from the field indicate continued improvement in the safety and production arenas. Please continue to do the good work and endeavor for improvement in the safety consciousness of yourselves and your team members. Now, there were a few noted items of safety concern, and I will address them after a few thoughts about mental laziness, or some people call it complacency. This is entitled 7 Ways to Overcome Mental Laziness, and it's by a person called Manal Goshen, and it was written about 10 years ago, but I find it applicable even today. We often associate mental noise and chatter with active thinking, and this is not true. As a matter of fact, most of us are mentally lazy. We know our brain is going on automatic most of the time, but we hardly stop to think about it. It is a fact of life that we learn to accept and live with. I was shocked when I read that 90 to 95% of our biology and thinking is controlled by our subconscious mind. What this means is that only 10% or less of our thoughts are generated from our conscious mind based on what we're experiencing right now. The downside of mental laziness. You might ask, what's the harm? Isn't it better to automate more things in our life? Automating your mind is fine if you are happy with the type of thoughts and beliefs you have and you're still able to enjoy the present moment. But if you're like me, chances are you have limiting beliefs and negative thoughts that take away from enjoying life. The downside of automatic thinking can be summed up like this. Feeding off the same negativity. On average, 70% of our thoughts are negative or redundant. What a waste of mind power. How can we expect our collective experience to improve when most of the time we're immersed in negative thinking? It can also create serious health issues. It is estimated that 1/3 of patients heal themselves by the power of their own thought. This is called the placebo effect. The opposite should stand true as well. Continued negative thinking could lead to serious illness, and this is called the nocebo effect. Missing out on the present moment. When you are in your head most of the time, how can you experience what's right in front of you right now? Being somewhere else, not being here and now, can cause boredom, anxiety, stress, and so many other negative states. Not living to our potential. We are held hostage by our conditioned subconscious mind. We are more accustomed to, I can't, there ain't no way, it ain't going to happen, and so on. The few of us that break the mold and step out of their limiting beliefs and conditioning become very successful in living their truth. We all can be whatever we want to be. It's not a matter of capability, but it's a matter of desire and belief. We have different, unique talents. Unfortunately, the majority of us chooses to stick to the limiting thoughts and excuses. How can we strengthen our subconscious thinking muscle and reduce mind chatter? Now, this is not to be confused with fooling yourself to think positive thought. It's more about awakening to the pattern of your own thought and challenging the negative beliefs. Number 1, observe your thoughts. The first step is to start observing your thoughts. Thoughts come and go. Just notice the thought as it passes by. Don't judge or fight it. Become the observer. Experience it in your body. How does it feel? Don't label, allow. The moment you pay attention to a thought, it starts to change and then fades away. Number 2, question the persistent thoughts. As you continue to observe your thoughts, you will notice the ones that keep coming up. If they are negative, question them. Number 3, meditate. You don't have to be a Zen monk to start meditating. You can start a very simple practice of sitting still for a few minutes, breathing deeply, and observing the breath. If you lose focus, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Meditation helps in calming your mind and having more control over your thoughts. Number 4, do one thing at a time. Multitasking amplifies absent-mindedness and automatic thinking. When you divide your attention, you sacrifice enjoyment, meaning, and quality results. Do one task at a time and give it all your intention, attention, and effort. This is the best way to get in the flow and just be one with what you're experiencing at the moment. Number 5, practice mindfulness. Pay attention to everything you do. Become aware of your surroundings. Enjoy the food you're eating. Listen to the sounds around you. Experience life through your senses and body. As your awareness expands, your appreciation for life grows. This is the best way to overcome boredom and mind-numbing thoughts. Number 6, get clear about what you want in life. Nothing scares people more than intentionally thinking about what they want and what they can be. Allow yourself to dream and explore the possibilities of what could be. This is more effective in advancing your life. You don't gain anything from continuous negative thinking and made-up excuses. Number 7, reduce escapism activities. Now, it's okay to escape and enjoy entertaining activities to renew and relax. However, if you become obsessed with entertainment and heavily rely on it to feel good, you're numbing your mind and avoiding your life. The same can be said about consumption of alcohol and recreational drugs. People think they experience spiritual highs through such use. The opposite is often true. Drinking and using drugs will take a person below thought level, that's lower consciousness, and not enlightenment or higher consciousness. Recognize your need to escape and control what you do and for how long. Thoughts are very powerful. They are energy that resonates, creates, and affects the quality of our experiences. Being aware of our thoughts brings us one step closer to living up to our potential, being more at peace with life. I leave you with some words, a quote. Watch your thoughts, for they become words. Watch your words, for they become actions. Watch your actions, for they become habits. Watch your habits, for they become character. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. on with the recap. Let's talk about material separation. Now, this item may not fall under the category of safety. However, it does deal with profitability. C&D, which stands for construction and demolition debris, costs the most to dispose of. It's cost by the ton to dispose. If C&D is contaminated with dirt, block, steel, or concrete, it causes the weight to increase, thusly increasing the cost to dispose of. Now, brick, block, and concrete is normally charged at a fixed rate to dump based on container size, and it's relatively inexpensive to dump or to get rid of compared to C&D. And then there's ferrous material or steel. Steel has a value in recycling, so if it's mixed with C&D, it costs you twice as much. Makes your C&D heavier, and you miss the revenue from recycling it. If recycled, it brings in revenue. And then there's non-ferrous, copper, aluminum, and other such metals. It is the same as steel. It can be recycled, but brings a higher dollar value. Let's be sure to properly manage our waste stream to increase the profitability of our company, which in turn brings greater opportunities. Let's talk about machinery. And I mean heavy equipment, heavy trucking, work trucks, small construction equipment. All these items help us make a living to provide for our families. The adage of a sharp knife is a safe knife holds true with all our equipment. A well-maintained machine is a safe machine. Not only is a well-maintained machine safe, but it improves production and profitability. Before you commence work, have you checked the fuel and fluids in your equipment? Have you ensured the equipment is running properly? Have you ensured your equipment is properly greased? Let us take care of the tools and equipment that help us make a living and provide for our loved ones. Let's talk about barricades and warning lines. Barricades are to keep unauthorized personnel out of an area that poses a danger to life or limb. Barricades can be hard barricades such as guardrails or soft barricades such as danger tape, but they have to state the word danger, keep out, and they should list the danger and a contact for who is responsible for the barricade. No unauthorized personnel are to be permitted within the area. Now, warning lines are just slightly different. Warning lines, and they're normally yellow with caution printed on it, is to be used to warn others of potential hazards within the area cordoned off by the warning line. The hazard should be noted on the warning line. And then we'll talk about retractable lanyards and lifelines, particularly inspection. Inspect retractable lanyards and lifelines prior to use. Do the jerk test first. That's where you sharply pull the line. It should lock. If it doesn't, the device is defective and should be taken out of service. Gently pull out then we gently pull out the entire line, inspecting for kinks, tears, or frayed cables that could impair the operation of the device. It's your life. Protect it. Inspect your equipment. All right, boys and girls, that's it for this week's safety recap. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up down below here to encourage me to make more videos of this type. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you will find additional videos of this nature, along with toolbox safety topic videos and leadership training videos. And until we see each other again, take care of yourself because you're number one. Look out for your co-workers and help ensure their safety. Have a grateful day, and remember, I will see you in the field. Start recording. All right, third time's a charm, they say. I just did this recording a minute ago, boys and girls, and went through the whole thing for a second take, read through the whole thing, got done, went to hit stop recording, and guess what? I forgot to hit start recording. So I went through the whole thing without recording a dadgum bit of it. So this is my third take on this thing. And it's relatively long, but I think it's worth it. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. All right, here we go. Sound check. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel for this week's toolbox. I've already messed up. Do that again. Not only is a well-maintained machine safe, but it also improves What? A well-maintained machine is a safe machine. Boy, I flubbed that up a few times, stuttered and scattered and scuttered. Yeah, it's let's see, 5 o'clock to 8:45. That's 12, 15 and 3/4 hours, and I still got to edit this thing down. But where I think it's important. I think it's important that we get the word out there. As I always say, if I can only influence one person's safety consciousness, then I have done my job. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a grateful day. Stop recording. Stop recording.